Hey HASfit mamas, it's Claudia, and this is a pregnancy core workout. This workout is great through your first, second, and third trimesters, all the way through your post-baby recovery process. The only equipment required for today's routine is one dumbbell or kettlebell, and either a bench, box, or a chair. And optional equipment would be a mat, depending on what surface you're working out on today. If you're ready to get started, let's do this. So for our warm-up today, we're going to practice our breathing techniques, which is vitally important during pregnancy and even life. So we're going to come down to the ground, and I'm going to do this from a seated position. So as my daughter would say, crisscross applesauce. So I'm just going to cross my legs, sitting on my mat, and sitting on my sits bones. So those are the bones at the base of your hips here and your pelvis. We want to make sure that our ribs are nice and down, that they're not up and flared out. So just a nice straight line posture, neutral spine, ribs down, pelvis in a neutral position. You can also do this seated on a bench, or you can do this lying down as well if that helps you keep a more neutral spine. So we're going to start with diaphragmatic breathing. So we're going to do 8 diaphragmatic breaths, okay? So we're going to inhale in. Gently exhale. Slightly, ever so slightly, bringing that belly button up, not in. And second breath. Working on getting those ribs expanded here. You can either breathe through your mouth or through your nose. That was 4. We got 4 more breaths. Nice work. Again, concentrating on filling up our lungs, expanding those ribs. Gently drawing up our belly button on the exhale. Two more breaths. And last one here, mamas. Perfect. Okay. So now we're going to connect all of that together. So how we do that is we're going to continue to do the diaphragmatic breathing, except on the exhale, we're going to engage and lift our pelvic floor. So for connection breaths, back to hands on the side. Take a big deep breath in as we just did. And on the exhale, gently lift that pelvic floor and relax it. And inhale. Activate that transverse abdominis corset, lifting that pelvic floor gently. Inhale. Lift and wrap. Nothing else should be moving. You shouldn't be squeezing your glutes or your hips or your quads, just your pelvic floor and transverse abdominis, okay? We are halfway through. Last connection breath here. Inhale. Exhale, gently lift that pelvic floor and wrap that transverse abdominis. Wonderful. Okay, so completed our warm-up, and now we're gonna move on to our exercises here. So grab your one dumbbell or kettlebell, whichever it is that you're using, and I'm gonna get up to go grab mine. So for this, we're going to be doing a tall kneeling chop. So tall kneeling is exactly what it sounds like. We're going to be kneeling down on our knees. So it's vitally important that we get the positioning right on the tall kneeling chop. So for tall kneeling chop, we want our knees directly underneath our hips. Additionally, we want to make sure that our ribs are down, that they're not flared out, okay? Not this. Ribs nice and down. Our pelvis is in a nice neutral position. We're going to gently tuck our glutes under our pelvis, right? So that we're making sure that we're maintaining that nice straight line. So you're either going to grab your dumbbell on either side here, or you're going to grab your kettlebell by the horns. Whichever weight that you're using is great, okay? And as we lift to chop upwards to one side, okay, we're going to start with, well, I'm going to start with my right side. I'm going to exhale up and return and inhale at the same time. So we're going to do 10 all on one side first and then 10 on the other side. And here we go. So we're going to take a big inhale breath in and exhale, chop up. That's 2. Keeping nice and square with our shoulders as best as we can. Inhale, exhale, lift that pelvic floor. That's 5. Halfway through on the right side. 6. 7. Here's 8. 9. And last one here. 10. Now to the other side, opposite side. Take a big, deep inhale, breath in. And exhale. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5, halfway. 5 more of these to go. 6. Inhale, exhale. 7. 8. 2 more. 9. And last one. 10 on the half kneeling chop. Excellent. Okay, so out of the half kneeling position, go ahead and put your dumbbell to the side. We're going to be doing probably one of my most favorite moves, which is a dead bug. So dead bug, exactly what it sounds like. We're going to get in a position where we're on our backs. So to safely do that, because I'm in my 3rd trimester here, I'm going to start on one side, and then I'm going to gently roll over. So for a dead bug position, again, we're going to emphasize keeping a neutral spine throughout. So nice flat back, okay? So I'm going to bring my arms straight up over, and I'm going to exhale as I bring my legs up tabletop. Okay? So again, maintaining that neutral spine position. Moving both your right arm and your left leg at the exact same time on the inhale breath. Exhale as we bring them back up. We're going to do 10 on each side. So I'm going to start with my right arm going back and my left going down. Okay? So if you're not quite here at this position, then you can do this. Tap your heel and bring it back up, okay? So we'll count that as 2. 3. 4. If you're feeling your lower back coming up off of the ground, do a heel tap. 5. You're not quite to that position where you're able to do it with your leg extended. It's all about proper form and proper breath here. 7. Exhale, 8. 9. Last one on this side. And 10. Okay, switching sides here. Inhale. Two. Very good. 3. 4. 5. Make sure that you're mindful of your pelvic positioning. 6. Again, this is the modification. 7. 8. Inhale down. 9. Last one here. And 10. Perfect. Okay, so now to get out of this position, same way that you got in. Roll to your side. And you're going to push. Bring yourself back up. Now we're going to do an offset suitcase squat. So you'll need your dumbbell or kettlebell again. And this time we're going to be up on our feet. So as I get up here, I'm going to grab my dumbbell. Depending on your level of any pelvic pain that you may be experiencing at this point, it's really going to determine your stance. Okay, so pardon me. So for me, I am experiencing a little bit of pelvic pain, as I've mentioned before. So my stance is going to be more narrow. Okay, if you are more comfortable with a wider stance, with your toes slightly pointed out, by all means, pick the stance that is most comfortable for you and that allows you to maintain proper form through the squat. Arm out to one side, and we're going to do 10 squats with the right hand, switch it over to the left hand, and do 10 squats on that side. So here we go. So here's 1. Inhale down. 2. Exhale and gently lift that pelvic floor. And as you come back up, none of this. We want you to squeeze at the top of the movement, but keeping a nice straight spine. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Switch over. I know you're thinking, this isn't a core movement. It is. Especially when it's offset. It's forcing you to keep your shoulders nice and square. And it's causing your core to work overtime to keep it balanced, right? 10 on this side. Here we go. Focusing on your breath. You're like, Claudia, I'm feeling this more in my legs. That's fine. That is totally fine. Your core is working out just as much. We'll call this one 5. 6. 7. 8. 2 more. 9. Last one. And 10. Perfect. Okay, done with the dumbbell for now. Now you're gonna need either your bench, your chair, your box, whatever it is that you're using. Bringing this over here. And we are going to do slow mountain climbers. So what this one does is I really want you to bring your knees to your chest, okay? Just as if you're marching. Not towards your chest, because when you say towards your chest, people have the tendency to drive their knees, and what you're doing is you're flexing your spine. So this is more of a hip flexion while keeping your spine nice and neutral through this position. We're gonna take about a 2-second pause at the top and back down. We're gonna do 10 on either side. So I'm gonna start with my right leg. So in a push-up position, as we bring our knee up, we're going to exhale. Inhale. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. Exhale. 7. 8. Keep that spine nice and neutral. 9. And 10. Perfect. If you need to stretch out before we move to the next leg, go ahead and do so. Okay, back into position. 10 on the other side. Take a big inhale, deep breath in. And exhale. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 2 more. That's 9. Last one. 10. Perfect. That is the end of round 1. So moving into round 2, move your bench out of the way and grab either your kettlebell or your dumbbell. We're going to start back again with the tall kneeling chop. Again, back down to the ground, nice and safe. Grabbing either our kettlebell by the horns or our dumbbell on either side. Again, making sure we're in proper positioning, hips in line with knees, ribs down, glutes slightly tucked under, nice and rolled back shoulders. So good positioning and posture here. We're gonna take an inhale, deep breath in. And on the exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice and controlled movements. 8, 9. Last one right here. 10. Perfect. Other side. And inhale. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 more. 7. Nice work, mamas. Concentrate on that breath. 8, 9, and 10. Perfect. Move this out of the way. On to our backs for the dead bugs. To one side, down nice and slowly and rotating onto your back. Arms up, nice and tabletop legs here. And exhale as you bring your legs up. And we'll do all one side first. So right arm and left extend at the exact same time. So inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Moving into that modification. If you need to, do not let your lower back raise from the ground. We want it stuck to the ground at all times. That's 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. Okay, into the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you need to take an extra inhale breath here to catch your breath, by all means do so. 5. You will see me a little out of breath, even from talking at this point. I'm already feeling the effects of the 3rd trimester. Isn't it wonderful? Inhale. Last one right here. And 10. Perfect. Legs together. Rolling to the side. Pushing up. Now we're going to need our dumbbell again for the offset suitcase squat. Up nice and carefully. Grabbing our dumbbell in one hand. Choose a stance that's most comfortable for you, as well as the depth of your squat. If you're here and that's comfortable, fantastic. Do it. Concentrate on the breath. That's what's really going to work that core, okay? Not the depth of your squat per se. Hand out to the side. 10. Here we go. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just imagine picking up that heavy car seat with that baby in it. My goodness. We always usually do it with one side, right? 7. 3 more. And as you're doing that, make sure as a mama, you're switching up which arm you're picking up that car seat with. Keep it nice and even, right? Last one right here. We'll call this 10. 10. Switch it up. Other side. Here we go. 1, 2. Gentle squeeze at top. 3, 4. Make sure your knees aren't caving in and they're nice and out, directly over your toes. 4, 5, 6. 4 more. 7. Sitting back in that squat. 8. Head up, chest up. 9. Last one. Exhale. 10. Excellent job, moms. Okay, no more dumbbell. Now we need our bench for the very last movement, which is the slow mountain climber. So, as I slowly and carefully bring my bench back, again, depending on what trimester you're in, if you're on the floor the very first time and now you want to elevate it, you can do this from also a high countertop, the arm of a chair, whatever you have, that's going to bring your chest to a more elevated position. Okay, so high plank position here. Make sure that your spine and your head is in a nice neutral position. Knee to chest, hold 2 seconds. 1, 2. Inhale, back down. That's 2. 3. So bringing it to your chest, not towards your chest. This is a no-no. Okay? Nice neutral spine. 5. 7. 9. And 10, right here. Hold 2 seconds. Perfect. If your shoulders or arms or back are feeling it, give it a little stretch before I move to the next side. And here we go. Nice work, moms. Let's keep pushing through. We're almost done. We'll call this 6. 7. 8. 9. Last one right here. And 10. Excellent work today. If you enjoyed this routine with me today, don't forget to check out our complete prenatal program available on the HASfit app. Additionally, if you did enjoy this routine, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and to follow us on your favorite social media channel. I'm Claudia, and I'll see you at your next workout.